Okay, I hope that people can hear me okay. Let me finish with the thing right quick before I delve into everything. Let me see. Deedle, deedle, where's the deedle? Diddle, diddle. Where is... There we go. There is Mother. Let me look for a particular... Okay. So I have to keep up like 15 things at once. I love how nobody is in here. Oh, not surprised. Oh, of course I bumped into things. I bet that was loud as anything. Oh, hello person, whoever's in here. I'm still trying to get things fully arranged. I'm bad at getting everything fully arranged in a timely manner. Hi, how are you? I hope things aren't bumping around on my desk too much. I need to learn how to get things arranged much better before I actually start into everything. Now what's that going? It's going all orangey. Why? Why is it orangey? Why? What is that? What is that? Oh. Is everything looking okay? Okay. Is that through my headphones or... I keep hearing weird noises, weird beepy fuzzy noises. Okay. Somebody please tell me if the music gets too loud or something like that, because I have to adjust it through my headphones because I'll hear it way too loud. I'm also trying to coordinate with people. Okay, let's back this out because I don't know how to be properly prepared for things. Let's see. I like the music though. I got all this out of the YouTube music library thing. Believe it or not. Okay, yeah, it's keeping it fairly quickly. It's better than it usually does. Let's see here. Let me make the brush a little bit bigger so I can get a grasp on exactly what I want to do here. Let me see. Got music going, so maybe I'll just start creating a character. I tend to do my sketches kind of based with a bunch of different colors, at least when I'm on the computer. Because I have a blue pencil in my drawing kit, like my physical drawing kit. I have a blue pencil, but I'm really bad about, oh, there's too much junk on here, about, you know, not using it, just because I end up pressing way too hard and then I've got blue residue and it shows through a bunch of my colors when I use my Copics, and that's frustrating. Let me see here. At the moment I'm just going to create a character. It's kind of see what comes to mind with the music. So how is anybody who's watching this right now? I hope everybody's doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm just, ooh, that zoomed out way too fast. Way much faster than I thought it should. Or would. I can't talk properly. Let's see here. Let's make this a little bit smoother. There we go. Let me back out for a second. Let me actually... Did I really? Yeah, I did. Hang on. I'm good at that. Okay, new layer. Cancel. Okay. Okay. Sample that color. Paint bucket. There we go. I'm really bad about that. I'll end up forgetting to make a new layer. There we go. Much better. Because, yeah. Now I can do what I need to do. Make the character smaller. Because I'm going to try and have at least an okay picture. Even if it's just like a character drawing. Eventually I'll get better and more confident doing full scenes. Eventually. It's something I can do regularly. It takes me a lot longer than it does for a stream. Let's see here. Like this down. I talk to myself when I sketch. Obviously nobody's talking to me, but I'm still talking. That makes it obvious. Exactly, Nova. Why do you do these things to yourself? I also tend to have like this weird progression with my sketches where I go cool color, then warm color, usually a pink after the blue for my second sketch. New layer. Nope, I still need to do a couple things on this one. Let me see. It's so quiet in here. I may eventually do some streaming on other platforms. I'm still working on that for sure as of yet. Make this a little bit more. There we go. Go in a bit closer. I'd like to eventually do streaming of games. I'm just not sure what games, because I love games. I freaking love games. Anybody who's seen my first art video will hear me talking about how much I love games. I do. I always have. I am going to have before too long some story time videos, because those are always fun. And I've got some amusing ones. As do my family. Some of my family is inevitably going to be like guests for that kind of stuff. Let's see here. Too high. The way I do my outlines, at least for the body proportions, will vary depending on exactly what I'm trying to do with the picture. And honestly, it'll also vary with my mood for the day. Like sometimes I'll do everything blocked out into shapes, like everything. Then others I'll do the stick figure skeleton, then I'll jump right into the art next. It always depends on a combo of my mood and what exactly I'm trying to draw. If I'm trying to draw a male character, usually I'll do the shapes and stuff, usually. Not always, but usually. Just because, you know, it's not good to always draw one kind of body type. It's just, when I was younger especially, I always drew females. Always, always, always. And even now, I do a lot of like fan art, like OCE fan art, and so unfortunately a lot of my stuff ends up being females because of the characters that I make. Although I do have a few male characters, a few male OCs for stuff, FCs, whatever you want to call them. You can usually tell older people in about my generation who have been around the block with fan art and stuff like that, because they'll call their fan characters OCs still, like I do. It's like I have a ton of Naruto FCs. So many. Hello, new person. Who are you? Hello. Nice to see you. I don't know who you are, but it's nice to... Oh, they're gone. Okay. That was fast. Which I know I'm probably seeing that on a delay, but still. Now I gotta decide who to make this. Yeah, I do my sketching in like so many different phases. Lighten that again. Now, lighten this one. Let's go back to a cool color. Flip this. Let's do it kind of a minty blue-green. Desaturate it and make it a little bit darker. Let's see. This is always the hard part, is who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Let's go a little bit closer, that way I can start with the face. Face and head. Let's make the brush a little bit smaller so it's easier to draw with. This one I'm not using my more cartoony style. I'm using my more, well, I say more cartoony. What I mean is like more like the Doodle and Nova that I did in my last video. Yeah, the eyes that take up half the face. Okay, let's put this back where it goes. There we go. I think this is the one that my roommate called SpongeBob music. Okay. Let me see. Let's draw one of my characters from a series I'm working on. I always have trouble with the front views, getting the nostrils proper. Especially when the head's tilted. I think that's part of the problem. Yeah, I think where the head's tilted, that's part of the problem. No way. Oh, that's how. Okay. I can rotate it. I knew you could. I just had never found out how like that. Like with that, I'd always gone to like the rotate through the thingy up here. Let me see. And some of my characters with this style of mine is one that's actually fairly new for me. Therefore, it's taking a little bit still for me to properly translate some of my characters into this style. My character from that I'm drawing right now from a project I'm working on. I have not drawn her in this style as of yet. Let me see if I can find a kind of focus her eye away from, because it doesn't look very good whenever you've got them looking dead at the screen. Maybe up and to this way. Up and to this way. Up and to our right. Oh, that looks funny. Doesn't it? That looks derpy. May undo the deselect, but let's get rid of. Okay. Let me see. Oh, that looks silly. Much better. Let's get rid of the derpy element. Much better. Let me see. Just a little bit further away from the center line. Okay, let me try about there. Apply. That actually doesn't look bad. I'm just waiting to hear my bestie raging at the DBZ game again. It's not the newest one. I wish we had the newest one. We don't. I may need to make her eyes more narrow, because they are. Her eye shape is much more narrow. Let me tweak her mouth a little bit. Funny, her eye shape always gives her like this almost smug, sultry-ish look to her. Not my intention, it's just what happens with the eye shape, and it does work well for her character. I can't reveal too much about this character given that she is from a particular project of mine. Which direction did I have? The hilarious thing is one of those, if you don't draw a character a lot, you sometimes do need a reference for how they're supposed to look. So I might be drawing her part for her hair on completely the wrong side of her head. I really think I am. I think I'm drawing her hair parting the same way her mother's does. But that's okay, I can always fix it later. Okay, let me back out for a second. There. Her hair's like really curly and dark and long and all that. It means I'm gonna have to adjust, considering it's this character that I'm drawing, I'm gonna have to adjust a lot of things about her, about the body shape. I just wanted to get a basic female shape out first. She's actually like a really tough character too. see. Is that where she was at first? Yeah. There we go. That'll fix some of it. I don't have too much art lean going on here, do I? I think I have some. Edit. Oh. Undo that. Yeah, though. I can go back and fix that. Go back and fix that in a little bit. Just let me see here. Start from here. That where, and then okay. Yep. Let's grab the whole selection here. One of the best ways to test the whole art lean thing. Edit. Swear I don't have it in the middle. That's a big factor there. Okay, so that's not as reliable as I would have hoped. Because she's not in the middle. Let me actually zoom in a little bit more. Redefine her body shape. This character is a curvy one, which isn't bad. Curvy characters actually tend to be a lot more fun to draw. Let me get her hair defined there. Okay, let me see here. Drop the opacity on this one. And let's go on to photo on this one. I like keeping my other layers up. It just helps me on the guidelines a little bit, even if they're very faint. And back to a warm color for the more finalized sketch. Let's go with an orange, maybe. Let me see. Oh goodness, my phone battery's low. Let me back out. And let me pull up something. Okay. Let's go back in. We'll play around with her clothes for a few. But the wind is howling. Why? Doesn't look like it's snowing yet. It's supposed to later. Actually, you know what? Wait. Where I've got her other hand holding onto her arm here. Let's do that. Even though it's a big billowy sleeve. Let me see. Yep. Oh, that's not a shoulder. There's certain characters that I like wearing, like the peasant tops and all that. I think they're really cute on some characters. Like even like, you know, modern characters, that's a typical fashion thing, is the peasant tops. Her arm is too short. Let me see. Yeah, let's bring this down a little bit more. I love putting my characters in like cute but practical boots and stuff. I love that. Just one of those things that is really in my aesthetic. I think that's partially because I'm one of those people who's like obsessed with autumn and fall and comfy cozy clothes and that kind of stuff. Which I know why that is. It's just because around here where I live, it's one of the prettiest seasons. And then on top of that, fall just has this element of, it's something about the way it feels. Especially around here, it looks like you walked right into a fantasy novel or something with how everything looks. Pull that like that. That fall. Okay, no, you wouldn't see that portion. Hello. I'm sorry if I didn't notice you for a second there. I hadn't been looking at my chat. How are you? Oh, there's a truck going by. Oh. Well, I'm glad you came to check it out. I don't do very much streaming. Well, I haven't done too awful much as of yet, but I'm trying to get the hang of it. I think I'm getting better at it. I hope the music's not too loud. I have like no concept of it in compared to everything else. I'm doing pretty good. I'm just working on some art because I love art. Yeah, there keep being trucks going by. Why? Why, Mr. Truck? Why? Well, thank you. I love drawing. I'm mostly self-taught. I've been drawing for years. I was one of those people. I picked up a pencil or a crayon, I guess, and then never put it down. Which I guess technically what I picked up was a permanent marker. Oh. For the record, if you ever paint over top of black Sharpie smileys on a wall with white paint, you can still see it several years later, faintly through the paint. We discovered that in my house. Let me do a thing. Get rid of that center line there because that's going to throw me off with my proportions. I was like really little. Like we're talking, I was like a toddler and a family member made the mistake of leaving a Sharpie in reach of said toddler in the house. So there was like 2 foot tall smiley faces. And oh my goodness, I need to turn that down at least in my ear. And like, oh, I just bumped the mic. I'm sorry. I hope I didn't deafen anybody. And but yeah, Mama and Papa painted over that. You can still see them very faintly. Like even now. And it's kind of funny. So, like, to be fair, that was, like, 23 years ago, so. It's funny because I actually used to get in like a lot of trouble for drawing in class and stuff when I was younger. Like a lot of trouble. Of course, I had some teachers who were mean about it too. Yeah, the good old days. Yes, very much so. Let me see. I really should have dragged out one of my references for this character. I am not doing her hair right. I know I'm not. That's okay. It's not turning out bad. It's funny though, because compared to my usual stuff, this looks really different. Where am I on the thing? Okay, the feet is a decent amount of behind where I actually am. That explains a lot. Okay. So if I take a minute to answer, that's why. I've already been at this for 45 minutes. Wow. I do think it's comical that I can keep up a better commentary when I'm drawing than when I'm trying to do a video game let's play. You would think it'd be the other way around, but no. I hear a person. There we go, that's better. A little bit. Trying to figure out where I'm going wrong with her hair. It's going to drive me insane. Let me see. If I do that, that makes it a little bit easier to see. Going closer. Ow. Pop my elbows. Oh, my drink is gone. There we go. It's a little bit better. I'm gonna have to drop the size of this before I... Let me see a thing. Where is my brush settings? Drop that down a bit more. Oh, much better. Okay. A lot better. By far. I don't know why I randomly went up and down with it real quick. I might draw one of my little fan characters next. I don't know. It's a maybe. I have lots of them, but I'm on a DBZ kick like nobody's business right now. I do a lot of drawing. It's almost all I do whenever I'm not at work. Even during my downtime at work, that's what I do. I would love to eventually go to school for animation. Put that up a little bit better. Let me see. Bounce back out. This looks so much worse than my usual stuff. What is up with that? I swear I parted her hair on the wrong side. I think the hair part's actually part of the issue there. Let me fix some of the top of her hair. There, that helps a little bit. Like her hair's supposed to be all poofy and floofy, but it doesn't have to be jumping off of her head. Pull this down a little bit more. Let me see. I have a notification. Why? Oh, that's why. I might switch gears on picture before too long. Get that locked in. Actually, let's drop the opacity on that a little bit. Okay, not that much. And then let me see. Good Lord, what is with the dramatic music? Why? Oh, that's why it's Tchaikovsky. Let me see. Let me see. How does this do? Okay, that looks like it'll do okay. I'm still playing around with some of the more detailed-y bits of my art and my style. Especially the way I ink things. That's something I'm still working on by far. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Which means I'm gonna have to unlock this layer. Okay. Move her down about there. Oh. There we go. Let me see. Lock that and how's that? Maybe a smidge bigger. Much better. Okay, yeah. Let's get some inking underway with this. I like to do more broken jaggedy line along the hairline. I don't know why, I feel like that looks better. I don't always make it like completely broken up, but sometimes I'll have like spots. Oh. Where it's more broken up than others. Okay, that didn't work. Nah. Almost. Let's do that first. And bring this like, okay, almost. Let's give a new starting point there where I just kind of. Oh my god, it doesn't like me. Hello, new person. I see another new person. Hi. No. I'm bad at whooshes. Really bad at whooshes. Oh, hey! I think what's actually popping up and what I say is actually like way behind what anybody types in the chat. So if I fall behind or I don't say anything for a bit, I'm not being rude. I just may not see it for a minute. How are you though? Ah, too big. Why am I bad at the whoosh? I'm glad you did. It's nice to have people talk. I spend most of my time just kind of talking to myself and looking at it. I'm doing pretty good. I just figured I'd get some drawing in. This one's turning out a lot more lacking in skill than my other pieces, and I swear I think it's where I was actually sketching in a sketch pad, and then I came to the computer. I hear talking. Oh. He's my bestie. She's on the phone. I think I actually have, I use, well, thank you though. Thank you for saying my drawing looks awesome. I'm using a tablet right now. I actually have a Cintiq that I use that I got and had for a while before I actually, used it as extensively as I really, really wanted to. I tried using a pad tablet for the longest time, and I just could not grasp it. I was so bad at it, and I need to change this music because we got a little hoedown music going, and I don't think anybody wants to hear typical West Virginia music that I got from the YouTube library. But I had my Cintiq for a while before I started using it extensively, just because I wasn't expecting the difference in how everything feels when you use it in comparison to like drawing on paper, even though, you can see it. It's still a big difference. And I wasn't counting on that, and I think it threw me off, and it really discouraged me for a little bit, so I just stuck to my sketch pads. I could have just undone that one little line there. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? This music is much better. I think the first couple of drawings that I ever did with my pad tablet are still in my, See, I had a Toya as my first one. It was like this Toya Pen Power Pro. I can't even find it online, like not even used or anything like that anymore. See, I had a little one. I can't remember what that one was, but I got it for like $30 on Walmart.com. And I tried to get the hang of it, and it just kind of made me mad trying to get accustomed to it. And I said, I'll just draw on paper. Like, for the longest time, I would play around with, like, bases and whatnot with it. But that was about... Because I think it was, like, I got upset at how differently everything looked and how much I was having trouble with it. So I didn't want to try. See, for the longest time, I did better on paper. And now I still do currently better on paper. But I'm getting better with the tablet. I have so many sketch pads, but I didn't even start trying to draw on the computer until, like with the tablet, until I graduated high school. And my grandparents got me my first pad tablet as a graduation present. Yeah, I'm glad to be getting the hang of it better. Just because, oh my gosh, it took me a while. I never used GIMP. I had, my first experience with a drawing program was actually, well, not even with the drawing program, but with Photoshop in general. Which, I like your art, by the way. It's really pretty art. I really like it. And when I was in high school, we had this digital imaging class, and we used Photoshop Elements. So I managed to find that like on, I think, Amazon used for a decent price. Photoshop Elements 7. And you're welcome. But I had used that, and it was comical because we were actually going to do like this little competition thing. I'm going to do this whole story in a story time video later on, but I want to tell this one because it's funny right quick. But it was comical because we would do with some of our pictures and our images that we would do manipulations of, we would do contests to see, you know, everybody would vote and see who did the best. Well, because of me, one of the competitions was canceled one time. Like, they canceled the competition portion of it. And you got a participation grade for just doing the thing. But we were supposed to use Photoshop and kind of draw ourselves. You know, most people use the shape tool and the stamps and all the different things. And it was comical because everybody does that. And I just sit there for a minute. And by the end of the class period, which was an hour and a half long, but that's still a long time to try and do this, was, by the end of the class period, I had drawn this little cartoon version, this little anime looking version of me with the mouse in Photoshop. And by the time I was getting close to done, of course, I had about half the class looking over my shoulder, and then everybody started yelling, "This isn't fair, she's gonna win automatically, that's not fair." So it got canceled because of me. And I don't even have that picture anymore. I wish I did, just because looking back on it, even now, the anatomy and everything was horrible. And because it was drawn with a mouse, I had the hands hidden behind the back so you couldn't see them. But, oh my gosh. It was funny. I thought that was just the most comical thing. Oh, there we go. And the best part was, this was back whenever I wasn't even thinking about being an artist, you know, for a career or anything like that. You didn't go to a real high school? My bestie, she was homeschooled. They did like this, they had like this, Bible-based curriculum or whatever. And, she didn't care for it too much. But she didn't go to an actual high school either. Actually, I brought her to prom as my +1, my guest. I got her a guest ticket so that she would be able to go to a prom. Oh, see, they had like workbooks. I was public school, kindergarten through senior year. It was a interesting experience. It wasn't always fun. But I was a band kid, so at least in middle school. So I was kind of relieved that I went to a public school, as much as public school can be frustrating. I need to narrow her eye a little bit more. That looks better. We had a pretty big school. I think there was like 330 people in my graduating class. See, I was dumb in high school. I didn't take very many art classes. I think we had to have like one or two art credits to graduate, so I took those. But at the time, I wasn't even thinking about being an artist for a career whenever I got out of school. So so I didn't take them. And then by the time I finished senior year, I was just like, oh, I want to do art. Well, by that point, I hadn't done nearly as many art classes as I needed, so. Well, I kind of wanted to do art, but that wasn't what I geared most of my stuff towards. I went through this phase where I wanted to be a detective or an FBI agent. I was a dork. I went through one of those phases, so. And then it's like in high school, my brain, not even in high school, but in senior year, my brain completely switched gears. And I did mostly because I couldn't find a mentor for my senior project. Because around here you have to do those if you want to graduate your English class and get your 12th grade English credit. Oh, I can't talk. I love detective stuff. That was actually what spurred it on. And then it kind of dawned on me whenever I went to do my senior project, because I live in a small place. So it was like finding a mentor for that, because you had to find a mentor in the field you wanted to go into. So I had, the forensic science. I love that stuff. But I couldn't find a mentor. So I went for, my dad has a friend who's a tattoo artist who has done my 4 tattoos. He did them. So I did my senior project on tattoo artistry because I could find a mentor for that one. Okay, I'm getting better. I went to I'm planning on, we'll see how this actually turns out, going back to school in the fall. I went for a little bit. I had issues because we had this one class, one of my art classes, that I could not pass. Just because the teacher, because he would grade our projects, and it was a design class. And we did projects on abstract art. So the problem is he would grade them according to his personal taste on abstract art in a design class. So I failed that twice. So I'm going to be trying it again whenever hopefully this fall. So, because, if I want to do anything artistically in regard to college, there's like the one college around here and that's it. Yeah, I know, right? It makes no sense. So I'm going to try and go back because now they've got a different teacher teaching that class. I'll still have to have that other teacher for ceramics, but I don't want to. But it's like the only school around here where you can really do anything artistically for a degree that's not like art education. And, I have no problem with kids, but I don't want to be a teacher. No, thank you. I don't have the patience for teaching. See, I always thought it would be interesting. I don't have the patience. I definitely don't have the patience for little kids. And it's one of those things, like, I'm good around my little cousins and ones related to me. See, I think I'd have an easier time with the big kids. But, I'm not that great with kids just because they make me nervous. Because I'm just like, oh God, what if I mess up? What if something happens and somebody gets hurt? And then because I'm the adult, it'll be my fault. And and then in regard to, even though I'm better with bigger kids, I didn't like most of the kids I was around when I was in school. I didn't like other kids when I was a kid, for the most part. Of course, I think a lot of that stems into, I wasn't into the typical, oh, kids don't like you. But you seem nice. See, I get, yeah, you're probably right about the nervousness. I mean, I'm trying to get a little bit better with it, because my sister, she's pregnant. She's going to be having a little boy here soon. That is bothering me with that eye up there. Let me see. So, I'm trying to get better. I've actually got to get some yarn so I can make him a baby blanket. But, I'm working on getting more comfortable with kids because, you know, I'm excited for my little nephew. Yeah, she's supposed to have him, he's due on Star Wars Day. Which, of course, makes us all excited because I'm come from a family of nerds. There we go, that looks better. And this will be the first grandkid for my parents. Yes, May 4th. 11 days before my birthday. And we're all excited because this will be my parents' first grandbaby. And it's funny, this kid isn't even born yet and my dad's already wrapped around his little finger. Which is hilarious to think about, because, like, did the music stop? The music stopped. Oh, cool! That's neat. Yeah, the music stopped. But the funny thing is, my dad, he looks like he walked out of, like, a biker gang, but he is crazy for little kids and babies. And he's really good with them. It's just comical. So yeah, this little thing has already got Daddy wrapped around his little finger, and he's not even born yet. But we're all excited. Because I have to get me some baby yarn, so... Which I think Dad has some. I'm going to have to see if I can grab some from him so that I can make some stuff. That way we can maybe get a cohesive color scheme. Yeah, see that's how my dad is. Because, of course, fluffy dog and fluffy cat. He has both. And he adores them. Which my whole family is just a bunch of big goobers and dorks and goofballs. It's just how we are. But that's okay, because my family has fun. We all have a lot of fun. Okay, I'm gonna get this done first. Oh yeah, it's definitely good. We have a lot of fun at family get-togethers and stuff like that. Now that being said, trying to track a conversation is like herding cats. Okay. I'm waving at the thing and there's not even a camera. All right. I'm glad you came in. It was nice to actually talk to you. See you next time. Okay, zoom out. This is not up to par with my normal stuff. I think it's the face. Oh, it's quiet again. Oh. Heh. I jumped really bad. I thought there was a spider on my arm. No. No. I just saw my tattoo out of the corner of my eye. Fun. I am a clumsy dork with an overactive imagination. Yeah, I actually really like using this particular brush for my inking, which is funny because it's a sketch brush. Ooh. I can get the line weight effect that I like a lot easier with this. Oh, nope. And considering that I don't need my glasses to see stuff up close, I should probably take these off while I'm working with this. I mean, I can't see the chat very well, but... Pull this down. I like that there where you can see the little notch where the thing there sits. Pull this around. I think I just realized how severe the difference between my right eye and my left eye vision is because of the way that I squinted at the thing. I swear I need a tablet glove. I take a while to do my inking. Let's adjust that a little bit. I see why that's a problem. Too close. Okay. Let me see. Okay, I may change gears here in a minute. I'll finish the line art on this, of course, but then I may change gears with what I'm doing, what I'm drawing. Oop. I hate doing shoes. Which of course means I need to do them more often so I can practice. My hand's always so shaky. That's part of the problem right there. Let's do it this way. Pull this around, this up. It helps. I am having such an off day today. Like, I really am. I think it's the character. An email why. Sounds like music that needs to be in like a Pixar short or something. This looks much better. I knew it'd look better once it was inked. I didn't make her as tall as she should be. Moments like this are why I need a tablet glove. Oh, I pressed down too hard. Wrong button. Let me see. Whew, my elbows keep trying to seize up. Let me see. Zoom out. Let me do a thing. I think she looks pretty good. File. Let me see here. Actually, I need to create a new folder. Save. Okay, there's that line art. Let's make a new file real quick. Hang on. Let me see here. I think, now that I've done that for a little bit, I think I'm gonna hop off of here because I've been at this for about an hour and a half. I think that's good for right now. I'll gradually get better at doing longer ones because I'll be able to work faster as I go. But I'm gonna leave this one here. And I'll have a new video up towards the end of the week. Not towards the end of the week, sometime this weekend. Okay? And I'll see everybody next time. Bye! Where's the off button? I'm bad at this.